Hello and good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. My name is Pete Braley, along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator, and the man who forgot to wear a Red Sox t-shirt this morning, my son Matt.
But I'm always wearing a Red Sox hat.
Well, there you go. There you go.
I am always good.
Studio dog Charlie without his jersey also. I don't know about these people.
I mean, he doesn't have one that small.
That's true.
I don't even know if they make them that small.
His hair is starting to grow back.
It is. I love it.
But he also got caught in the rain yesterday and again briefly this morning, so his hair is such a mess. I don't know if he should go on camera, my child.
He's got the curls going.
Yeah, he does.
He says, all right, I'm out.
Good morning. We have a great show planned for you today. Our goal is simply to start your day off on a positive note. So if you enjoy what we do here, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss any future shows. We are, obviously live here weekday mornings on YouTube, but also available on all of your podcast apps. So be sure to check that out. Okay. Yeah, Red Sox playoffs tonight as they take on the Yankees in a one-game series. And the media is already interviewing Bucky Dent. You don't remember that. That'd be
I don't.
Well, no, 1978, I think. So you wouldn't remember that.
Way back in the day.
Red Sox had I guess they ended the season tied with the Yankees. This was before the whole wild card thing. Mm-hmm. So they had to do a one-game playoff, game number 163 for the year. And, Bucky Bleepin' Dent hit a home run over the monster.
So. We did play in a game 163 a couple years ago. It was against the Orioles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I have witnessed a 163. It wasn't, I don't even remember what happened. So clearly it wasn't that important.
All right, we'll get into the whole Red Sox thing in just a bit, but coming up today, do you use the same towel more than once after showering? This was a question we meant to get to yesterday, but then the internet decided to act up.
Yeah.
And we got knocked off.
Diane did say, good morning. As bad as your internet was yesterday compared to Facebook, it was nothing.
That's right.
That's true.
Facebook was out for 5 hours, I think.
Yeah, Facebook and Instagram.
Got a story on that coming up about how much money Mark Zuckerberg lost yesterday.
So he's probably not too happy.
It's astounding. Coming up, the latest TikTok challenge has teachers and administrators concerned, and also they somehow got a hold of the schedule for all of the TikTok challenges. It gets really weird. We'll talk about Halloween. As Halloween returns, so does candy corn. Do you love it or hate it? We took an unofficial survey last night on Facebook. And how often do you check your phone? You might be surprised. We'll get to those stories and more in just a bit. Rocking the shirt today for the Red Sox in the one-game playoff series. One-game wild card thing. Are you a fan of this now?
A fan of what?
A fan of this. Well, there used to be one wild card team.
Mm-hmm.
Now there are two, and they play in a one-game playoff to advance.
Well, we are in a dead tie with the Yankees, so even if there wasn't the one-game wild card, we would be playing most likely in like a game 163 to decide the wild. So probably the same scenario either way. So I try not to think about it too much.
I mentioned to a friend this weekend about how I wasn't a fan of this, but he said, well, it does give another team a chance, and it makes the end of the year exciting for some. Yep. So, I guess that's a positive.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Today is National Get Funky Day. This day encourages everyone to break out of their funk and get funky.
Just break out of it.
Go for it. It's also National Do Something Nice Day. What can I do for you today, Matthew? What would you like?
Leave me alone.
Okay, I can work on that.
Okay. All right, cool.
It is National Apple Betty Day, which
Apple Betty?
Yeah, it's also known as Apple Crisp, which we enjoy. Mom makes a great apple crisp.
Who calls it Apple Betty?
Well, evidently, in some parts of the country, they call it an Apple Betty.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Betty made it, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it dates from colonial times, so maybe that was Betsy Ross. Couldn't be an Apple Betsy. So, I don't know. And it's also National Eat Fruit at Work Day.
Don't you dare eat it at home. Don't you dare.
What?
Don't eat fruit at home.
No?
Eat it at work.
I take it to work today, yes.
Come on, man.
Then you get fruit flies.
You still have a sleepover there?
I think so.
Oh,
I think
okay.
so.
All right.
Yeah. And we'll see. That's it for the days. Did you celebrate National Taco Day on Taco Monday?
We had hot dogs.
Yeah, I know.
So no.
Well, I had a weird day yesterday. I actually did the play-by-play on a high school soccer game, and it was pouring rain.
But where were you sitting?
In the nice dry press box.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I was surprised they played. It was on a turf field, so they didn't have any issues there. But I was surprised they played it. But yeah, the guys were out there. But the game was at 6. So, and I like to get to a site like an hour before game time. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to get there around 5 or a little bit after. So do I want to wait and eat at 8 o'clock at night, which I'm not a fan of? So I ended up eating at like 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Yeah. So yeah, it was a quick hot dog night. On the date book today, on this day in 1947, Harry Truman makes the first presidential address televised from the White House. On this day in 1956, the movie The Ten Commandments, starring Charlton Heston, opened in the U.S. In 1961, Breakfast at Tiffany's, starring Audrey Hepburn, premiered. The Beatles released their first record. It was Love Me Do on this day in 1962. On this day in 1969, Monty Python's Flying Circus begins airing on BBC. And on this day in 1973, the 7th studio album by Elton John, the fantastic Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, was released on this day in 1973. Celebrity birthdays: Steve Miller from the Steve Miller Band. Some people call me a space cowboy. He's 78. Neil deGrasse Tyson, the American physicist, is 63. Hockey's Mario Lemieux is 56. Basketball's Grant Hill is 49. And actress Kate Winslet is 46. There was one winner in Powerball last night.
Oof.
And you're not looking at him.
Did you buy a ticket?
I did. I bought 3 of them.
You don't let me know.
I bought 3.
You never let me know.
On my way to the game, I bought 3 of them.
Okay, you could have let me know before the game.
Why, did you want me to buy you one? Or?
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, I played 3, and I also played your birthdays and stuff like that and all this.
Oh, so it's our fault, is what you're saying.
I'm just saying.
So it's our fault.
I'm not blaming anyone, but
Okay.
There was a single ticket sold in California that matched all the numbers. The jackpot last night when I played was $685 million.
Pocket change.
Yeah. There were $2 million winners in Massachusetts.
Is this how you're going to tell me that you're one of them?
No. I would love to. But one was sold in Haverhill, and I forget what the other one was, but it was not in our...
See, you know the sad part, though, is like you're $1 million winner. Like, that's epic, awesome, great. You can't retire on that. Like, you can't quit. You can't go in and quit your job.
You can't?
Probably not.
No?
It's not going to... Well, definitely not. It's not going to last you the rest of your life.
And it would also be frustrating, I think, because if you won $1 million, you came so close to winning the whole thing. Right?
Yeah, I wonder what that feels like. Maybe we should find out the name. Let's interview the $1 million winner.
Yeah. Who was
just rash on their life. Just be like, so how does it feel not to be able to quit your job right now?
Who was the big lottery loser?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have people checking in. You said Diane checked in this morning?
Yeah, let's see. Gail's here. She said, good morning. I'm going to try this again today. Yesterday, I fell back to sleep while watching. Hey. If we weren't sitting upright, we would have too. And Gary said, love the jersey, Pete.
Yes.
Who is it?
Who is it?
Yeah, is it a player?
Yep.
Or is it a blank one?
Number 8.
Ah.
It's my Carl Yastrzemski jersey.
Nice. I was going to crack some joke, but I couldn't think of... I'm trying to think of like another player that's number 8.
I don't know of anyone that wore... Nobody wore it after him.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone... I can't think of anyone that wore it before him. I remember when I got this jersey, Priscilla, she gave it... This was a birthday gift, I think, on my 40th. It's a 20-year-old shirt.
Wow.
So she gave it to me blank because she didn't know what number I'd like to have at the time. So I decided I'd get Carl Yastrzemski. So she took it back to the place, and she said, okay, I'd like a number 8 on it. And the young clerk was like, 8? Who's that?
Who buys a jersey like that? Where did she get it?
Somewhere in the Taunton Mall that's no longer there.
Wow. I've never heard of buying a blank jersey and then going to get a number later.
Yeah, then bring it back.
No, that's really weird.
Hey, today's random question for you. What talents would you want to possess if you could? If we could suddenly go, bam, You're a singer or whatever. What talent would you like to possess if you could? I'm just saying you wake up tomorrow and you have this talent. It's not something that, you really have to work at for the next year, 2 years, 5 years. So think about that and let us know. Join us in the chat this morning. We love hearing from you. Whatever's going on in your life, or if you have opinions on any of the stories we talk about, we'd love to hear from you. And if you're watching later in the day, you can always comment on YouTube or join us in the Facebook chats. Yeah, I got a story about candy corn today, and our unscientific survey on Facebook last night came out more Pete Braley Show respondents hate candy corn than like it.
Of course.
But it was close.
It's like just, I don't know, chalk, but it's not chalk.
A majority of voters on Facebook hate it in our survey. But most of the 9 billion kernels, more than 35 million pounds produced each year, according to the National Confectioners Association, are eaten around Halloween. Why is it so divisive? Candy corn came in as the third most popular candy to stock up on for this year. For Halloween, in a recent survey, it's behind chocolate and then gummy candy. 3 out of 5 people say candy corn is the best in an unscientific survey on Twitter. 37% disagree, saying, nope, hate it. And 1/3 voted I can tolerate it. And I think I'm in that 1/3. I mean, I can have a couple of pieces, but...
You know the foods that just make you cringe? Like, you think about them and they just make you cringe?
Right.
That's one of them.
Is it
like,
really?
the thought of eating that makes me cringe. Same thing with sausage. We talked about it yesterday.
Yeah, sausage is a no-go.
But also, I want to address, you said it was third on some list, and you said it was behind chocolate and gummies, and
Right.
like in gummy candy.
Right.
Chocolate and gummy would account for, like, every candy, no? And he got the window open.
Good morning, Charlie.
I closed that and I jammed the couch against it so that he couldn't open the curtain, and he got it open. Charles, man.
Charles, do you like candy
You gotta
corn?
take it easy, man.
He would eat candy corn.
He would. He
Yeah.
would. But, he's a dog. He basically eats anything. I think I'm going to have to escape and get treats. Are you going to stop, man? We got a show here. We're doing a show.
I think I've told you before that Charlie's perch, he likes to get up on the back of the couch and look out the window, observe his world. But if anybody's walking by, mostly with a dog, but sometimes just anybody walking
Sometimes
by.
nobody's walking by. This time, he just got the curtain open. He was just excited to get it open.
So, yeah, Matt really closed it and then pushed the couch back against it.
And it was no problem yesterday.
Hoping it would stay that way.
But today it's an issue.
Yeah.
Again, if you're listening, don't walk by our house right now, please. But anyways.
Candy corn was first harvested in the late 19th century. Harvested, get it? Most histories have the Wonderly Candy Company of Philadelphia inventing the kernel-shaped sugary candy in the 1880s. Decades ago, candy corn was a year-round candy. It was called chicken feed, and it was aimed at agricultural and rural families. Today, by the way, it's made by hand pouring a sequence of different colored hot edible icing that is called fondant. Learned about that from Cake
Maybe
Boss.
that's why I don't like it.
Yeah, because I don't like fondant either.
No, we were super pumped when the first time we ever got it because we were big Cake Boss fans.
Right.
And then we got it and we were like, wow, this tastes terrible.
Chewy and yeah.
But we did find out that you're not actually supposed to, well, you can eat it, but a lot of people don't. They just peel it off.
So evidently that's how candy corn is made, with fondant, several layers of fondant in a kernel-shaped mold. Today, candy corn is made the same way, but it's made by machines now, not made by hand. So
it's just nasty. We were in Virginia and we were all just hanging out one night, and Doug, as if he was getting like an hors d'oeuvre, like a snack, just poured a bag of candy corn in a bowl. And I looked at him, I said, what are you doing?
I guess his wife, Marla, loves it.
Oh, he does too.
Oh, he does?
But he was eating it like popcorn, like handful, thrown in his mouth. I was like, Doug, I was like, I'm going to have to fight you now. Like, this is what this means.
I can maybe do, maybe a handful or, a small group of a few, and then that's it.
No.
I can tolerate it.
None of it.
None of it? Okay.
I will say, I do feel like I have to disclose, I haven't had it in a long time.
Because you don't want to.
Because I don't want to. I feel like a lot of foods I like tried at one point, cringed, and now I can't even if I would like it now, I just can't.
If you have any thoughts about candy corn, just feel free to jot them down in the chat this morning.
We might have to try it on the show.
I did a yay or nay last night on Facebook, and we did get a few yays.
Yeah.
We got someone who said they absolutely, Lee in Florida said she absolutely loves it.
We immediately unfriended them. No, I'm kidding. But I'm not.
Yeah, maybe we will have to get some candy corn on the show. The things we do for this show.
Gary did say Peeps or candy corn.
Oh, Peeps.
You, Peeps, because you like Peeps.
I like Peeps.
For me, that's choosing between chalk and chalk.
If you had to eat one of them,
probably Peeps.
Yeah, you go with Peeps.
I get random, like, this. Another question. Do you have those foods that, like, randomly you'll crave one? But, like, you don't necessarily like it. Just randomly you want one. Like, randomly I'll walk by some Peeps and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll take one.
I'll take one. Yeah.
And I'll enjoy it. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of other foods where that happens to me. Like, cake is one of them. Like, I'm not a big cake guy. We talked about this before. But, like, the other day we had a cake for, I don't know, was it Cat's birthday?
Yes.
And I just walked by and I was like, you know what? I want a piece of cake.
Yeah.
But it's random. It'll be like once or twice a year. I'll get that craving. Yeah. Peeps are the same way.
If you have any thoughts about Peeps, feel free to jot down in the chats.
Gail said Peeps only if they are left out to dry.
I have a friend who enjoyed, I don't know about that, but she called them stale Peeps.
Stale Peeps. Yep. So are they wet at some point?
I think that's what... Gail, is that what you meant? When they get a little stale, so they're crunchy?
Are we supposed to wash our Peeps? I didn't think so. But.
Have these Peeps been washed? I'm not going to eat these.
You got to wash your grapes. You know, you got to wash an apple before you eat it. You got to wash your Peeps. Just put them in a strainer. Dump some water on it. Maybe some Dawn dish soap. Just
no, don't go there.
That's not. Oh, okay. Don't do that.
I saw you jotting down football picks.
Yes.
Did you get the number? Monday Night Football last night. Justin Hebert threw for 3 touchdowns. Austin Eckler scored twice. And the Chargers knocked out the Raiders, who were unbeaten.
Herbert, right? Justin Herbert?
What did I say?
Hebert?
Okay.
I think it's Herbert.
Brain confusion.
Just give the man some respect.
It is Justin Herbert.
Give the man some respect.
The Raiders were unbeaten going into last night's game.
Yes.
But San Diego. L.A. Chargers win by a score of 28-14.
I say call them the San Diego Chargers. San Diego Chargers just sounds better than the Los Angeles Chargers. It just does. It just flows better. Mm-hmm. Let them play in Los Angeles, but let's still call them. I mean, it makes no sense at all, but let's do it.
Sure.
Anyways, you are what we predicted yesterday is correct. You are 42-22. I am 40-24. You're up by 2 games.
Ooh. Two
games.
So I have rebounded after being down by 1.
And I'm going to be honest. When we made these picks, I literally thought to myself, I was like, Pete's going to have a bad week. You made some questionable picks.
I did. When we made them on Thursday.
Yeah. And I don't know. You did it.
It worked.
You know what?
It worked.
Still going to use the sound effects a little bit.
Okay. No. Some baseball news. The Red Sox game tonight, by the way, is on ESPN. Does that mean A-Rod? Does A-Rod do the ESPN games?
I believe so.
Oh, God, I can't stand A-Rod's commentary. And not just because it's A-Rod, but, I mean, he says some stupid things sometimes.
See, what's so funny is, like, I'm like, I can't stand Joe Buck. You're like, Joe Buck what's wrong with Joe Buck? I mean, I don't like A-Rod, but, like, I haven't really noticed anything wrong with A-Rod.
I actually enjoyed Chris Collinsworth Sunday night. I thought he was okay. I don't have a problem with Chris.
I forgot. I wanted to listen to see if he kept going with the Here's a Guy.
No, he didn't.
I kind of forgot to pay attention.
Right. I kept listening for Here's a Guy.
I was too into the game. So when it's your team, I feel like you don't listen to the commentators that much because you're really focused on the game itself.
All right, so the Sox and Yankees game is on ESPN tonight. 8:08 is the start time.
Ugh.
Got some good news for baseball purists. The commissioner, Rob Manfred, yesterday said he doesn't see 7-inning doubleheaders coming back or having a runner on second for extra innings. He doesn't see that coming back in the long run. In fact, it's probably gone next year.
I didn't even hate the second base thing.
I'm used to it because it's a softball thing. I've been around that for years.
But also, nobody likes a game that goes 18 innings. I mean, maybe you do if it's your team in a very specific set of, maybe like a playoff game, like that Dodgers game in the World Series. Like that was exciting. But I mean, people, we can't be staying up until 2, 3 a.m. watching baseball. Come on.
So both of those rules were put into effect as the league tried to play through COVID and, make the games quicker, not have the guys be exposed to each other so much. So, but I guess they're going to go back to the old ways, and it could be next season.
I'm going to be honest. If you want to speed up the game, there's one solution. Pitchers and batters in between pitches, it just needs to be quicker. That's the only. That's the only way. You tried a pitch clock, did nothing. I mean, because they were like, hey, we're gonna new pitch clock. We're gonna speed up the game. They gave him like 45 minutes in between pitches. I'm like, this isn't speeding up anything.
I would like to see a rule that we had in many softball tournaments, and that was the batter must keep 1 foot in the box at all times.
See, I feel like that's a legit thing that maybe it could actually work.
So he doesn't back off, go wandering around, adjust his glove, or adjust other things.
Now, I do want to say, if you're a baseball purist that's going to come after me, I don't care. I could watch a baseball game. I'm just saying they keep trying to speed things up,
right?
But they do a terrible job at it.
Yep.
So that's your solution, MLB.
All right, some stories in the news this morning. Facebook and Instagram went down yesterday and finally came back online after a 7-hour, I thought it was 5, after a 7-hour shutdown that cost Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, an estimated $7 billion.
Probably all through ads.
The WhatsApp app is also owned by Facebook. That was down as well. The cause of the outage is believed to have been changes made to Facebook's systems at 11:50 Eastern Standard Time yesterday morning. You should have seen some of the conspiracy theories.
Was it about the 60 Minutes thing?
There was that, yeah, because I guess I haven't watched it yet. Mm-hmm. A Facebook whistleblower was on 60 Minutes, so everybody thought it was tied to that.
Which, I mean, that is quite the coincidence.
Someone on Facebook, someone on TikTok was saying that they had heard the government shut down the internet because there had been some type of alien invasion on the West Coast. Please confirm this for me.
Wait, so are you telling me the Powerball winner was an alien?
Maybe. Facebook has not confirmed the cause of the outage, but that was crazy yesterday.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. All the people on TikTok went crazy, and it was a bunch of people all these people crying over Instagram being down. I'm just over here on TikTok, the superior app, and they're just dancing. I'm like, that is kind of funny.
Twitter had quite a few posts with people saying, welcome back.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. All the people that were jonesing, how am I supposed to post my breakfast?
What am I going to do? We have a routine in the morning where he does things for the show, and then he sends them to me, and I post them on Facebook. I was just out of sorts yesterday.
I know. It was just not a good day for the show. We had the internet going down, which, for those of you that don't know, when the internet goes down, I have to upload the video, and it takes so long because it's an hour-long video. So it takes so long. So my work gets pushed back, and then the internet, the Facebook and Instagram were down. So it was just, you know what? We're going to restart. Welcome to the Pete Braley Show. We're going to get back on track today.
Do we have to go through Monday again? Let's not do that.
No.
Also in the news, William Shatner is scheduled to take a trip into space. TV's Captain Kirk has a seat on Jeff Bezos' next Blue Origin flight, which is coming up October 12th. It'll be similar to the one that Jeff Bezos took in July. It'll be a 15-minute trip after a takeoff from Texas. They will reach an altitude of 66 miles up, maybe a little more, and experience zero gravity for a few minutes, and then a parachute landing. William Shatner is 90, and at the age of 90, he would become the oldest person ever in space.
See, this is going to get annoying real fast.
Why?
Well, because now this is a thing. So now it's just going to be oh, he's becoming the oldest person. And then a 91-year-old is going to be nope, now he's becoming the oldest person. And it's oh, this is the first, goldfish named Jonathan to go to space. And it's that's just going to be, oh, this is the first. And over and over and over again.
That's true.
I will say, I don't know the science behind how long you can stay in space. I feel like you got to give people longer than 15 minutes.
I know.
I mean, Elon, I think 3 days is a little much.
Yes.
I don't think I would want to be in space for, I don't know.
Didn't you hear there was a problem with the toilet?
There was a problem with the toilet. One of the toilet fans.
Would you want to have a problem with the toilet?
They did come out and say that it was a problem with the fan, and they had to be walked through how to fix it. But one of them that was on the ship said it wasn't like, poop floating around. It wasn't that bad. So he did come out and say that, because that's what a lot of people thought. I would included thought that. But
and also learned recently that Kenny Chesney is not a fan of touring during the football season. The country music superstar made it clear that touring on Saturdays in the fall is not for him because he doesn't want to miss any college football. Chesney explained, I refuse to tour on Saturdays during the football season. Reason number one, I want to watch the games. And number two, I don't want to compete with SEC football. Yeah, if he's...
would it be much of a competition? I don't...
Hi, Charlie.
You were so quiet for so long.
And then someone who didn't listen walked by the house.
Well, the good news is Trish should be home like any minute.
Yeah.
He's now barking at us. What did we do?
What?
What did we do?
What are you talking trash for?
Hey, man.
Come here.
He's just staring at us.
Come
barking.
here. Charlie, come here.
It's like, why would I do that?
Yeah. He does not respond too well to that. Come here, Charlie.
He does, though, sometimes. Yeah, it's like, I don't know, he's just in a sassy mood right now.
Yeah.
He's a very sassy man. What were we talking about?
We were talking about Kenny Chesney touring, and he doesn't want to compete with, he doesn't want to be in like LSU territory if they have a home game.
So I don't think it's much of a competition, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
If you're going to a Kenny concert, you're going to a Kenny concert. I don't think that's the problem. Watching it, if it's a night game, I understand. But any other time of the day, a lot of country artists watch it, like on their bus and stuff. Yeah. And Kenny's got money. So, I mean, he can get, a good setup. Charles.
You're being annoying.
He's oddly quiet.
Is he looking at you?
When's it going to start?
No. Here we go.
Trish.
Okay, we're gonna board up that front window.
We need you, Trish.
My name's not Trish.
We're gonna board up that front window starting this afternoon.
I know.
We'll be the weird house you drive by if you
that just has one boarded up window.
Happen to be in the neighborhood. We'll blame it on a hurricane that never hit.
No. The perfect thing right now, we can just make it look like a haunted house.
Nice, that's true.
After that, it's going to be weird. We're going to have like a haunted Christmas house.
Something like that.
Maybe.
Little Tim Burton theme.
Yeah.
And finally in the news today, Walt Disney World in Orlando is celebrating its 50th anniversary. And as you might expect, the price of tickets has certainly skyrocketed during that time. When the theme park opened October 1st, 1971, ticket prices were $3.50 for adults and $1 for kids. Let's go.
See, I know that you didn't earn as much back then, so it still felt like a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing like it is today. It's just fun hearing those prices.
Today, single day admission. By the way, in 2021 dollars, if you would try to factor in that $3.50 for adults, in 2021 dollars, that would equate to roughly $24 for adults and $6.75 for kids.
Okay, so it's still ridiculously cheap.
Today, a single day admission to the theme parks at Walt Disney World ranges from $109 to $159 for visitors ages 10 and older. So they get you now.
Wow.
They don't do the, big discount for kids.
That does also seem cheaper than I imagined, but it's only because for us, a trip to Disney is not just a single day ticket. It's like got to get a hotel or rent a house or something.
I think we usually get at least 4 days, 4-day pass, maybe a 5.
I don't know. It's been quite some time.
Get the park hopper too to go from one park to another.
Yeah.
All right, let me get to the story about towels here. We mentioned this yesterday, and the survey question is actually posed to men, believe it or not.
Okay, sexist.
The question is men.
Before we start the story.
Hey.
Trish is here.
Notice
the Lord.
He got the curtain open so that he could look out the front window and bark.
So the first 30 minutes of this show has been bark-filled. Charlie's had the mic, so...
He's not always perfect.
perfect.
Okay.
He's perfect like 97% of the time.
He is squirming like crazy.
Yeah, he's going crazy. He did not expect. He got quite surprised when Trish came home.
My mommy's home.
He's like, all right, I'll show you the rest of the house. Come here.
My mommy's home.
let's just take a second. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the show.
You know what's funny is the clip that we posted on Facebook last night that you gave me.
Yeah.
Actually started with me going.
I know you. I thought of it when I was
looked
editing.
at it. I'm like,
you look so mad at me.
I don't know what we were doing at that time.
It was the national days.
Yeah.
You were listing off all the the national month. October is national blah blah.
Oh right.
And you were
that's
listing
when
it, listing
at
it,
the
listing
end of it, I went.
And yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna leave all that, but then it ended up being like a 3-minute clip, and that was way too long.
But for the life of me, last night I was like, "What was I doing?"
Because it's funny because for some reason you look mad at me, but then I crack a joke and you laugh. So
there you go.
But originally I'm like, wow, people are gonna think he's like I said something to insult him.
Really got him. Yeah. All right. So the question is, men, do you use the same towel more than once after showering? And this came up with us last weekend because we were saying it. Well, he was at Doug's house and I was at Sarah's house. So there were, we were given towels to use and so forth. But,
Yeah.
So the question is, how often do you change towels? Do you use the same towel? The respondents were, yes, why wouldn't I? I just washed with soap. I will never be cleaner in the next 24 hours. So yes, I reuse the towel. Somebody else said, doesn't everybody? I feel like nobody just uses a towel once and says, well, time to put it in the hamper. Someone else said, yeah, I usually change out my towel once a week. My brother-in-law won't use the same towel twice. My sister hates it and makes him do the laundry just because of it. And someone else said, if you're that worried about the towel, you will either one, you didn't clean yourself properly and you need to get right back in the shower, or two, you aren't hanging the towel properly and bacteria is growing in the moisture.
Well, that is a big part of it. You gotta dry it properly. If you're gonna use it more than once, you gotta dry it properly.
So, believe it or not, I mean, here at home, I use the towel once and then actually put it in the washing machine.
Yeah, we are. I mentioned this after we left Virginia. We're like really spoiled because we have a lot of towels.
Yes.
Like Trish is a big towel person.
Yeah.
She's got seasonal towels.
Yes.
That's probably I don't know. She loves towels. Thinking about it.
Her towel game
We'll
is
have
spot
to
on.
interview Trish about her towel obsession.
Yeah.
But we are very spoiled where we just use a towel once because we have a lot of them.
And we've always done that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't... I realize that when people say that, you are the cleanest you're going to be in the next 24 hours, but you're wiping all your body parts dry, aren't you? So then it's like, do I want a towel that just wiped your butt?
See, for me, it's not even because like there was that one person who very mean and rude was like, if you're using it only once, that means you didn't clean properly.
Yeah,
it's like, listen,
no,
okay,
no.
That's not even what bothers me, though. It's like, I just don't like using, like, if the towel's still damp, don't like that.
No.
At all.
No.
I need a completely dry towel.
So when we were away, I think I did use the same towel for a couple of days.
Yeah.
I
used it for like 3 or 4 days, and then I did laundry, so I just washed my towel.
So what is it with you, if you want to answer in the chats? Do you use your towel once and then wash it? Or one guy uses it for a week?
I don't think I could do a week. Honestly, if I had to, like if I didn't have Trish's towel collection, I'd probably use a towel like a couple times.
And in
maybe one or two, maybe 3 tops.
And in this house, somebody's doing laundry, so that you can wash laundry, like you can do your laundry on Sunday and then they'll be closed again on Wednesday.
See, but what I don't like is you guys leave. See, I just put my towels in my hamper and I just wash them with my laundry.
Okay.
You guys,
I put it in the washing
machine, but then they pile up. You don't do towels. And so I'll go to do laundry and the washing machine is like half filled with towels. And now I have to do like multiple loads of laundry
more loads
where I
because of that?
might not have had to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it bothers me.
I'm sorry.
I've told you and Trish this. I brought it up with the board.
This is the first
and got
time
shut down. Nothing has happened.
In my defense,
This is what's wrong with family politics.
this is the first time I am hearing of this issue.
See, he doesn't even listen to me. Not only was nothing done, he doesn't even listen to me.
I didn't listen the other times. No. So
Anyways, yeah, we're blessed when it comes to towels.
we do have a lot of, and he's right that she has seasonal towels.
She does.
Because ironically, we're still using the summer towels.
It feels a little wrong.
It does.
It does.
She's about to come out with the autumn towels.
I wake up and it's slightly chilly.
Yeah.
And then you want me to wipe myself off with a yellow towel?
I
What,
know.
Am I supposed to think I'm in the Bahamas or something?
Summertime, we have white towels, but I think it moves to what? It moves to a rust color for autumn, I think.
Yeah. Well, there's always a color scheme.
Right.
So there's those, and there's also a...
Christmas, of course, we go red and green.
well, yeah. So fall is the orange, and then there's also like a dark green.
Right.
Right. It's like a... I don't know what you would call... I don't know colors that well.
And then once Christmas has passed, we go to the winter towels, which would represent, there's a light blue and a white for snow and ice.
Yeah.
So,
I'm realizing that, like, we sound ridiculously spoiled right now.
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, we're lucky. We appreciate it. We're blessed.
Any thoughts in the chat?
And if you can improve your towel game, we highly recommend it.
Yes.
But towels are ridiculously expensive now.
I haven't bought towels in a long time.
Well,
so.
because Trish is the one that goes off
Yeah,
and buys
she's
them.
got
This guy
the
doesn't-
towel
knows
game
nothing
going.
about towels.
I did talk to somebody yesterday who said they will use a towel twice. I don't know why twice and not thrice, but
Gail said, I will use my towel 2 to 4 times depending on 137 factors.
which we will now list.
Can you list them alphabetically, please? I need to know.
Oh, thank you for that.
What are the factors?
Yes,
Yeah.
really.
Anyways, what's your towel? What's your towel thing, folks?
Yeah. Is it a new one every day, or do you use it 1 or 2 days? Use it for a whole week? So let us know.
Yeah.
Today's fascinating facts: every odd number contains the letter E when written out. And of course, like you're doing, I did this yesterday going, really?
Yeah, but
Okay.
that bothers me because even starts with an E. Why didn't we just call odd numbers even in the beginning? Because that would have made sense.
Okay.
This is the thing that stinks about the English language is we learn things like this. And then we learn a better way to do it, but it's way too late.
Yeah,
Or
too late.
You go ahead and try and switch those two now.
So I did that. I'm like every odd number can. So one does. Yeah, 3, 5, 7.
My mic's off. Are we going to
9?
sit here and do this the whole time? I think we get it.
Okay. Well, I
Okay,
can't.
here we go.
I can't go much higher.
11, 13, 15.
See, I couldn't go that high by thinking.
17.
I'm not that quick.
Are you hearing the E's?
Yes.
Do I need to keep going?
Okay. No,
19.
I'm good.
21.
I'm good. Thank you.
23. 25.
If
You
this
did
was-
this.
if-
You did this.
if
The rest of the
this
show.
was-
We have 20 more minutes. 20 more. Get ready.
If this were
Where did I leave
cheaper,
off?
I would throw it at him.
25, 27,
Next on
29,
today's show.
31.
Get off the stage.
Charlie's distracted me. I'm out of it now.
Yeah. Do you have the photo that I sent to you the other day? You know how we love our world records on this show? Well, a dog in Oregon has set a Guinness World Record for the longest ears. What does that look like?
Right there.
Don't you want to laugh at him the first time you see that?
Only because he literally has a face like, who gives a shit how long my ears are? Like, I don't care. Someone just give me a bowl of food and a nap.
He's a coonhound, and his ears measured 12.38 inches long to set the record for the longest ears in a dog. And in parentheses, it says living. What are we measuring? Dead dogs' ears here?
Wait, so... Yeah, why is that?
I don't know why they had to stipulate that. But
Well, my other thought
they did.
is do they mean like currently living? Like once he dies, does he lose the record or something?
Oh, that could be why.
I hope not. That would be terrible.
The dog is also a competitor at dog shows, and he has earned titles from the American Kennel Club and Rally Obedience. So
records like that just make me laugh because like they did nothing to actually earn it. It just happened. Yeah. I mean, this one's a dog, so good for him. But
what would his name be? I don't know his name. He just looks like a Buford or something. Buford. Get over here, Buford. So,
what a guy.
All right, we mentioned earlier in the show today's random question. What talent would you want to possess if you could? If we could just make it happen for you, what would you like? Would you like to be very good at dancing? Would you like to be a good dancer? How about carpentry? Would you like to be good at carpentry? Did we get any response or do you?
I don't believe so. So
Okay.
type it in the chat if you guys have a talent.
What would you like that you now see? Me, I wrote mine down. I wish I could play piano or guitar. And I took lessons for both, actually, and just never stayed with it. I don't know if it was just like, I don't know why, but I stopped taking piano lessons because I never practiced as a kid.
Well, I mean, this is how it goes with like learning a new skill. There's like you start to learn, you're like, okay. And then it gets like really hard. You just hit a wall.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, this sucks. Do I keep going or do I stop? And if you keep going, it ends up being really fun. But it's tough.
With guitar, I actually went to, anyone local knows, the Symphony Shop in Dartmouth. I actually went and took guitar lessons for a month or two. And I just couldn't, number one, I can't use this finger because of a childhood incident. I can't use this finger on the frets or whatever you call it.
I never knew that.
So, yeah, I could not get do you use this finger quite a bit?
I do.
Yeah. So I could not really, I mean, I can use it, but I couldn't really get any pressure on the string. Mm-hmm. And whenever he talked about using that finger, I was like,
I mean, you could still play 4 chords without that finger.
Okay.
And you only need 4 chords.
What is it? Country music?
Well, you only need 3.
Oh.
2?
What is it? What is it?
3 chords in the truth, I think.
3 chords in the truth.
I think it's 3. Is it 3, folks? I think it's 3.
But anyway, that's the talent I would like to have. And ironically, didn't your guitar efforts come out of the fact that I quit and gave you my guitar?
Here we go.
So,
typical parent thing. Always trying to take some sort of credit.
Remember me?
Yes.
When you get,
yes.
When
your first guitar was my first guitar. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you make it big and famous, instead of looking at the camera going, "Hi, Mom," could you throw in a dad too?
I'm going to smash the guitar on
They
stage.
never say, "Hi, Dad." You're going to smash my guitar on stage.
And
I would like that. I would like that.
Smash it on stage. Hi, Dad. Yeah.
And I'd be sitting there going, "That's my guitar.
Yeah.
That's my guitar."
Yep.
So.
I'll smash it on stage at the local Wendy's.
So do you?
My biggest gig.
Do you have a skill you'd like to, or a talent you'd like to?
That's tough. Are we talking like just top notch, like top of the line, like talent? Because I want to say probably baseball. Because
cool.
My whole life I wanted to be a baseball player.
That's right, you did.
And I was all right at baseball, but
Yep.
I'm talking like nasty.
Yep.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
maybe. Gail said I would like my talent to be healing.
Nice. I would love that.
Right.
Yep. That'd be so nice.
Diane said talents for home improvement projects.
Yeah, for carpentry, things like that. Yeah.
Anything wiring talents for home improvement projects. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like Kat's redoing her house, and her fiance and his dad are doing like a bunch of the electrical stuff. And I'm like, that's badass.
Yeah.
They're walking around calling things receptacles. For those of us that don't, that's just an outlet.
An outlet, yeah.
But they just have to say it. Yeah.
The other thing about if you're really good at things like that, aren't your friends hitting you up like every weekend? Hey, could you fix this light for me? I don't know.
Maybe, but to be honest, I didn't really know Josh and his dad were into it until this house. So
Okay.
now I know. So now I'm going to hit him up every Josh and Tim, get ready. Okay.
Hey, I need a new fan in my room.
Yeah. We could use another receptacle back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not an outlet.
No. Receptacle.
All right, let me get to the TikTok challenge here, in case the network, the internet decides to, screw us again.
Why would you say it? Knock on wood.
Yeah.
There we go.
We mentioned a few weeks ago something called the Devious Licks Challenge on TikTok, which has nothing to do with licking anything. it was a case of actually vandalism. Kids were going around and they were, breaking off,
bathroom sinks.
Yeah, they were breaking off bathroom sinks and mirrors and doing a lot of vandalism. That was the start of the whole TikTok challenge. Well, that actually led to several teens being arrested in parts of the country. But there's actually a list circulating online, and Kat even told me that she got in the faculty memo or newsletter at the high school she works at, they actually sent out the list so that teachers would know what to look for. So they actually got a hold of this. It's online, and there are different challenges that a TikTok challenge. So kids are supposed to film themselves doing this and then post it on TikTok. The current one is to smack a teacher. It's actually, it says smack a staff member. But this month's TikTok challenge is to smack a teacher.
I like how they classified that it was a staff member, so that like if a lunch lady was on your list, like she now qualifies.
Yeah, I guess so. So I happened to be talking with a teacher this weekend, and she was like, yeah, can you imagine that? So I told my kids, they better not. They better not.
New rule, if you smack a teacher, they get to smack back.
That's the thing is, in fact, she says some of her kids were joking with her, saying, you can't smack a kid back. And she was like, you want to try me?
I was going to say, at that point, like, if a kid smacks a teacher, I feel like they shouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah, for smacking back.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if it's like a kindergartner, maybe you shouldn't do that. These are the types of kids that are just ruining TikTok, man. Like,
yeah.
Like it used to be the Tide Pod challenge. That was bad. Okay, that was bad. They were eating laundry detergent. That was kind of bad
and stupid.
But even then, it was like still kind of funny, but pretty stupid. Very stupid. Don't do it. But now it's like this is just taking it to another level.
Some of the other like didn't they have the watermelon challenge?
Yeah, mustard and
put mustard on watermelon.
Yeah. It's like how did we get to this? Like who thought this was funny? Who gave this attention for it to blow up?
Mom and Dana, who, paramedics, they tell me there's also a challenge. I don't know if it's TikTok related, but there's also a challenge out there. How much Benadryl can you take before you start to hallucinate? I mean...
Guys, you remember when we talked about aliens and I was like, aliens they're not going to come here. It would be a waste of time for them. Right. This is why we do stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
We're the laughing stock of the galaxy, man.
Can we elevate our game so that they want to come, maybe? So schools across the country are now warning their staff members to be on the lookout for possible violence. A Florida high school student was arrested after allegedly throwing rubbing alcohol on a teacher. Now, the rest of the list is crazy and stupid. November is... kiss your friend's girlfriend at school.
See, I don't even mind that one. Like, if that's where it ends, that's fine. Just do that one, because then you're just beefing with your own friends. Whatever.
True.
You guys do you.
Yeah, you're not really
don't
hurting
go
anybody.
Smacking a teacher, destroying the school. Just make out with each other and whatever.
Ready for December? December is deck the halls and show your balls.
See, to be honest, another one that I don't really mind. It doesn't really harm anyone except the one doing it. Am I right? It doesn't destroy anything. It doesn't harm anybody else. I mean, it's inappropriate. I think they should get in trouble. But that's my point is it's just them getting themselves in trouble.
That's
it's
true.
not like hurting anybody else.
January is jab a breast, which is getting into all kind of bad territory.
That's not a good one. Yeah. No.
I don't know what they mean by jab either. Is it just like poke or is it? I
don't think anything.
A jab would be
happen.
a punch.
Just don't.
No.
Just stop.
February is mess up the school signs.
No. Why?
Yeah.
Signs are expensive, man.
March is make a mess in the courtyard or cafeteria.
Another unnecessary one.
I don't even get April. April is grab some eggs. It says another stealing challenge.
So just stealing eggs from the cafeteria. See, I mean, that's another one that like I don't, as long as you're not throwing the eggs, these idiots are probably throwing the eggs.
Oh yeah, probably. May is ditch day. Does that mean?
Fine. That's perfectly fine.
Is that like senior skip day?
Yes, that's acceptable.
And June is flip off the front office.
Another one I don't mind all that
So on
much.
TikTok, somebody will take a picture of you flipping off the front office.
That's another one it doesn't really harm anybody except yourself. You're going to get in trouble. Enjoy it, man.
So yeah, that's what the youth of America is currently doing on TikTok.
I'm just trying to think, like, who's doing this? Like, is it like the troublemakers in school, or is it the people that are just hardcore craving TikTok attention? There's cooler and more creative things you can do on TikTok, guys.
Yes. Yeah.
This is stuff you're doing just for views. Like, this is sad.
And I also have to wonder, now that we have this list going on, they're going to change it? They're going to say, oh, man, they're expecting that crap.
Let's just make a list that doesn't harm other. I mean, you can keep what is it? The make out with your friend's girlfriend.
Kiss your friend's girlfriend at school. That'll just tick off your friend.
Well, consent, though. Make sure that's a thing.
Right.
Don't just go making out with random people. And what were the other ones? If you want to show your balls, you're going to be the one that gets in trouble, man. But that's just don't do that. But whatever.
Jab a breast, mess up.
Don't do that one.
Mess up the school signs.
Don't do that one.
Make a mess in the courtyard.
Don't do that one.
Grab some eggs.
If you're not going to throw the eggs, I mean, of that whole list, that one's not as bad, I guess.
Now that's in parentheses. So does that mean it has another meaning, or have you ever heard?
Am I just dumb?
You ever heard what grab some eggs means?
No.
To me, it means you
steal eggs.
Grab some eggs.
Said it was a stealing challenge. So that's what.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just stealing eggs.
You said ditch day was okay.
100%.
Yeah.
That's probably the best, least what's the word I'm looking for? Confrontational?
Okay.
Probably
that's
not.
good.
I don't know. Sometimes I just say words, don't really know how to use them. That one's fine. Whatever. Just ditch. I don't even know if you'll get in trouble. Whatever.
So, yeah, that's what. Of course, all of this will now fuel your mother saying, see, you waste your time on TikTok and it's bad.
I know. This is what's giving TikTok a bad rap. Yeah. But it started out as such a creative, cool place. Mm-hmm. Some of the funniest people are on TikTok. Singers' careers are changing because of TikTok. And then you have these dumbasses. They're about to smack a teacher and post it on.
And I found TikTok. I found it very useful, because there'll be life hacks or things you didn't realize if you do this, you can get this done. There's iPhone hacks, where they tell you things about. Did you know you could do this with your iPhone? It's like, no, I didn't know that. Thank you.
The reason TikTok's funny though is because you'll go from that, an educational video about Abraham Lincoln to a live stream of a dude wearing goggles putting elastic bands around a watermelon, and it's like, how did we get here?
Yeah.
What happened? Where did I turn? That's like Sarah texted me last night, and she was like, Greta Van Fleet is all over my For You page. I don't know why, but I like it. And I was like, there you go, man. They just throw things at you. They're like, do you like this?
Do you like this?
Do you like this?
Do you like that?
And now these stupid kids.
Yes. Shaking over my TikTok.
Yeah.
And by the way, I did see last night, TikTok's also good for posting some warnings. And they started with a video of someone throwing an egg on a windshield. And then it cut to a guy, so it was a duet, I guess, or whatever they call it. Mm-hmm. It cut to a guy saying, if this happens to you, don't slow down. And also, don't turn on your windshield wipers. If someone throws an egg on your windshield, keep going. Don't turn on your windshield wipers, because then that just gives you egg all over the place.
Okay.
So,
and it slow down so that it doesn't fall down and cause more of a mess, or to hit the kid.
No, he says that this man said people throwing eggs on your windshield are trying to get you to stop so that they can either kidnap you or do something. So it's bad. So he says, keep going to a well-lit area and then get out and clean it.
Well, at first I thought you meant hit the kid. I was like, Jesus.
No.
I don't think that justifies
No, they
murder.
say it's a whole thing with either kidnapping or something else, So.
Yeah, Pete, shit's crazy now.
Yeah.
People are gross. Let's see. Gary said, why is this generation so stupid? Right? Am I in this generation? Is that my generation? I don't think so, right?
No, because you're out of school.
Well, I'm saying how millennial, Gen Z. I don't think so. I think I'm in the middle of the two. Please, someone tell me. 1998. Somebody tell me what generation I'm a part of.
I mean, what stupid stuff did you guys do in high school? Anything? Really? You can now admit to with your father.
Ditch day, we did that.
Senior skip day, yeah.
But everyone did that. I'm trying to think. Like, what stupid things did kids do?
There was senior prank day, right? There was always a prank by the senior class.
I don't think we did a prank.
You didn't do one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I see. What's interesting is I sat in the bridge gap between nerd and jock. I was too nerdy to be a jock. I was too sporty to be a nerd.
Okay.
So I sat right in the middle. So yeah, that's where my life was. So maybe I wasn't invited to the troublemaking things.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm trying to think. I don't really see. This is the thing. I don't think people really did. You people in the chat, let us know. Like, what was the worst thing that you guys ever did in school? I don't know. Just like the typical things. For me, chewing gum in class. For some reason, I was like public enemy number one because I would chew gum everywhere. But I wasn't one of the idiots that would put it on the desk.
Yeah. And then say to the teacher, "What do you mean I can't do it? That's a stupid rule." And it is. Now that I think about it, you
kind of knew the classes you could chew gum in and you couldn't. And then in the classes that you couldn't, it was always a game of like, how well can I hide this? I mean, teachers, what do you want? Bad breath walking around everywhere? Come on.
You know, that's true. That's one way to look at it.
Nasty.
Yeah. And one other story that I wanted to get to today. How often do you check your phone? New research shows that Americans check their phones 96 times a day.
See,
probably.
I don't. How do they even calculate that? Come on.
Yeah, that's once every 10 minutes. By the way, is what they say.
Yeah, I guess.
So
I don't know. For me, I feel like I don't check it frequently, but when I do, I'm on it for a little while.
Okay.
Like I try to like put it off to the side.
Yeah.
Get some work done, and then I'll check my phone, and I'll probably be on it for like 15 minutes.
And when you see, what do you mean by check your phone? I was curious about that as to what they were getting at. Did they mean like, do I have any notifications, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also like, I don't know. I would think what they meant was anytime you look at your phone.
Okay.
For any reason.
I have started, I don't know if I can get to my phone. It's in my back pocket. But I have started to, especially when I come to the dinner table or at a restaurant, when I put the phone down, and I only take it out because it's uncomfortable to sit that way. But if I take the phone down, I'll put it upside down.
Some would say that's sketchy, Pete.
Why?
Because they say like if you're trying to hide something, you put it face down.
Oh.
You don't want to, and like if you don't want people seeing your notifications.
Well, my thing is if it's right side up, anytime there's a notification, I'm tempted to go.
That's true.
So if I don't see it, I'm not checking it.
Yeah,
so
that's a good point. Just saying you might be hiding something.
Roughly 50% of Americans are attempting to use their phones less. We're trying to get better. The data showed 18 to 24-year-olds check their phones twice as much as the national average, and they are aware that they have heavy phone usage. Texting is now common among all age groups, with baby boomers being 7 times more likely to text someone rather than talk in person. And they are twice as likely to send a text rather than dial a phone number. The survey showed nearly 9 out of 10 Americans are offended when someone they're speaking with starts looking at their phone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's not good. Ironically, 75% of the survey takers admit that they've done it themselves, though.
Oh, yeah. So. 100%. I'm exactly that person. I'm sitting here. I'm like, that's so rude, but like, it's not, I definitely do it.
You do it. When you're talking to somebody, you'll just...
Yeah, probably like you're Trish, where I know that...
Yeah.
I get you guys wrapped around my finger. It doesn't matter what I do.
Hey!
Hey! What was I going to say? Damn it.
Something about checking your phone?
Yeah, something about phones.
Texting.
Oh, it was about texting over calling.
Yeah.
If I know you well, I will 100% rather call you than text you. It's quicker. I don't have time.
Yeah.
Like Trish, if I need to know something, I call her. I don't text her. It would take way too long.
You do.
Because then sometimes you got typos, this and that. I'm calling you, I'm getting an answer. But if we don't talk all that much, I am texting you. I do not want to talk to you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's where I stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised to see that it's all ages now, because I used to think that the old, my generation, we'd rather talk than text. But nope, it's switching with us too. So.
Yeah. I mean, texting is just, I don't know. It's easier, kind of, sometimes. Because when you're on a phone, like if there's a phone call, a lot of times it can get dragged on.
Yes.
A text, it's like, I need to know this, give me an answer, you get the answer.
Right.
Yeah.
Because everybody must know, you must have someone in your life who, if you call them, you're not going to be able to get out of the conversation. It's going to be, how are the kids? How's this? How's that? So it's like, no, I just want to deal with this one issue.
Yeah. What's funny is I used to be one of those people where like you text me, I'll text you right back.
Yes.
But for some reason, I don't know what happened. I am now the person that like, if you text me and I read it, I'll put my phone down and like mentally come up with a response and just forget to text you back. Like I do that so much. And then I'll look at my phone like an hour later and I'm like, never responded to you. Hey, meant to say this.
And I hate that. When you text someone and they get the notification. The only time mom doesn't get back to us is if she's with a patient. So, we understand
one
that.
thing I will say about Trish, and if she's out there, she's more than welcome to come in and defend herself, but she's not going to be able to. And you do the same thing. You'll leave your phone open.
Yes, I do.
So when you get the text, the notification automatically goes away because like it'll be open to the text message. Mm-hmm. So you'll get the text and you won't get the notification and then you won't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. Need to get better at that.
It's pretty bad. But yeah, I've become quite a bad texter now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Something to work on, to improve.
I don't know if it's something I really want to improve.
Really? You don't care about
I used to be the person where like if I'm texting you and like we're having a conversation, like I would give you an immediate response, so I would then want an immediate response.
But you also respond in times where, for instance, anytime I text, because he'll be upstairs working on music and I'll be down here, so I'll grab my phone when I'm going to take Charlie for a walk and I'll say, taking Charlie for a walk. And I'm just trying to let you know where we are. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't really need a response, but you always send me an okay.
I don't always. And if I do, sometimes it's like an hour later. Because a lot of the time I'll look and I'm like, okay, he's taking Charlie for a walk. And then I won't pick up my phone. But then I'm like, maybe he wants to know if I saw it. So then I think you always, later.
It seems you always do give me an okay. So
yeah.
All right, before we wrap up, do we have any thoughts or chats? Or
let's see. Diane said kids are idiots, period. The end.
Yeah.
As someone who's no longer a kid, you're right.
Yeah,
Screw those kids. Let's see. Gail agrees with Gary. Why is this generation so stupid? I don't know.
So, yeah, if you have any teacher friends, tell them to watch out because it is, and they probably know about it.
Can we get it in writing, though? Like, if a teacher gets smacked, can they smack back?
Yeah.
Like, can we get that in writing so it's okay?
Well, where Kat works, Norton High School, the superintendent, I guess, has...
Are you kicking something?
That's my headphone wire.
Oh, okay.
The superintendent did send, I guess, a message out to parents saying that if anyone does smack a teacher, they will be prosecuted.
Yeah, they're going to press charges.
Even if the teacher doesn't want to press charges, the school committee will. And the child, they will prosecute, and the child will be expelled. So, I mean, I think that's pretty cool that the superintendent is doing that. So
maybe it'll deter kids. But the sad part is kids will still debate whether or not the TikTok views are more worth it. Yeah, I promise you they're not. They're not. Okay? Going viral is not that worth it.
But then again, the kids feel differently.
But the thing is, if you go viral for something like that, you're not going to make... the term viral, we think, is like a key... Like it's a straight path towards success.
Right.
If I go viral, I'm a millionaire. Mm-hmm. That's not really how it works. If you go viral for something random and that's all you have, first off, you're not going to make money off it, most likely.
Right.
And second, you're not directing people anywhere to anything. If you have nothing, you're just... your greatest achievement is going viral.
Yeah.
You don't have... Like, if you write a bunch of songs and then one of them goes viral, that's huge.
That's huge.
Because that song will do great. All your other songs might do great.
Right.
If you write a book and something goes viral, you can advertise your book. But, like, if you're just going viral for hitting a teacher, you're making no money off it. You're not starting a career in anything. It's not worth it, guys. You're going to get expelled.
You're going to be that guy that in the future is at a bar, like on what night is it? Wednesday before Thanksgiving or whatever on that night. You're going to be there going, yeah, I went viral back in 2021.
Everyone's going to be looking at you like,
okay,
you've been telling this story every year, man. We don't care.
All right.
You also went to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have nothing else, we shall move on.
Gail did say, I've been doing that lately too, Matt, thinking I replied to a text but didn't. I thought it was related to the grief, but maybe there's something in the air. Maybe it's like a new thing. Like maybe it's becoming more common.
After so many years of doing it one way, you're like,
I used to literally, I would get so mad at people if they didn't respond
right
immediately.
Yep.
And now I'm that person. I'm such a hypocrite.
You're that guy.
One thing I will say, my biggest pet peeve still to this day though, is if someone texts you, like if someone texts me like yo or hey,
yeah,
and I respond like what's up, and they don't answer me, it's like, don't waste my time. If you text me and you got something to say, and I ask you, you better tell me what it is. Don't make me wait hours.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Or like, hey, guess what? What? Don't answer.
Yeah.
Now my mind is thinking of every possible thing it could be.
What could it be? So.
Yeah.
All right, go Red Sox tonight against the Yankees. Game starts at 8:08. Gonna have to sneak in a nap, I think. And these games are always drawn out, the playoffs.
I've been caught watching the new show on Netflix, Squid Games.
Yeah, what is that? What got you last night?
Yes, it's a Korean show, but it's like overdubbed in English. But you can also watch it in Korean with subtitles, which I learned is the proper way to do it, because then you can get like the actor's true emotion.
Okay.
This is what Netflix did for me. They just gave me the overdubbed in English. That's what I've been watching. Justin told me that's incorrect.
Oh, okay.
I guess it's better the other way. But it's really good. It's not for everyone. It's very gory. So if you're not good with like blood and stuff like that, don't watch it.
Thanks for the warning. Yeah.
Sarah's friend Frances gave it the definition, and I'm adding on to it. She said it was if Hunger Games met children's games.
Oh.
And I'm adding Game of Thrones. Like if Hunger Games, like children's games you played as kids, and Game of Thrones all came together.
I'm okay.
That's what the show is. It's really great, though. It's a great show. I have 2 episodes left. Nobody spoil it for me.
He hit the snooze alarm a few times this morning, and then he came downstairs and he said, new show got me again. So
yeah, Gary said, what is it about? I don't want to spoil anything, but Hunger Games, children's games, and Game of Thrones.
All meshed together.
Not the story of Game of Thrones, but like the graphicness of Game of Thrones, pretty equivalent to this show, I would say.
Wow.
So if you're okay with Game of Thrones, you'll be okay with this.
Okay.
But that's what it is. Great show. I highly recommend it, but not if you don't like blood.
All right, so that'll do it for us for today. Hopefully we started your day off on a good note, because that is what our goal is here all the time. If you enjoy what we do here, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future shows. We are live weekdays here on YouTube, but we're also available on all of your podcast apps, so be sure to check that out. We leave you with a thought for the day today, and our thought is, trust your intuition. You don't need to explain or justify your feelings to anyone. Just trust your own inner guidance. It knows best. All right, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.